Pleasure to welcome back to campus Brett Myers, former Tiffin Dragon, and Brett's now with the Omaha Storm Chasers, Pacific Coast League, and back in town to talk to the students about what it's like to be in the world of sports. Talk to us about your time here at Tiffin and when you decided you wanted to work in sports.
Well, I was here in 2004, played baseball here. Baseball has been in my life, so I've always wanted to work in sports, and going into the business administration department out here, and they actually had a sports management concentration when I was here, so that's kind of the field I wanted to start studying in. And I learned a lot while I was here, so that actually helped me out. And going on to do some internships after that to finish my degree has really propelled me into where I'm at now.
I think it was fascinating listening to you talk about all the different hats that you had to wear, especially when you first started out. Now you're a little more centralized, but when you first started out, and literally you were the first base coach for a team and doing other. Talk about that and when you started out.
Well, that's basically the lowest level of sports right there, is you have to learn to do whatever you can to make yourself viable in the market. Learning every aspect of how the sports industry works is very key to moving up to where I'm at today. And I'm still learning. I'm still doing different hats as much as I can right now to keep myself going forward, because my ultimate goal is to become a general manager somewhere, and you have to know every little aspect of what's going on. So,
well, that's a good point. Your eventual goal as a GM, you will oversee all the different departments and need to know what goes on at the different levels. But as you're going up that ladder, now you're at a point where you're at the AAA level. Talk about right now your job and the long 8-day homestands and 15, 16-hour days.
Yeah, that's the industry right there. Working in sports is going to be long hours. It's going to be short nights, all that type of stuff. You're going to work 8, 9 days in a row, depending on homestands. Obviously, different sports are different. But yeah, I mean, it's something you got to get used to. From April to September, you have no life. You are married to your job, basically, and you find that out real quick that it takes a toll on your body sometimes, but you just got to fight through it. And you learn how to make sure you're ready for a season. The off season is a good time to relax and take a step back. For at least my department, for other departments, this is when they start going for sales and everything. So there's a lot of turnaround on different timings of how things work, but learning how to manage your body and taking care of yourself while you are doing this is a big aspect.
Some of your job is not glamorous, but there are some points of your job that I'm sure a lot of people are very jealous of. You get to meet some pretty neat athletes. You're talking about Ken Griffin Jr. and you're working with the Reds. Tell us a little bit about that, who you've met.
Well, obviously worked one-on-one with Ken Griffin Jr. Was teaching him how to hit and all that stuff, which didn't really work in 2005. He wasn't the greatest hitter in the world. So, but I've worked with a lot of good athletes. We actually had the #1 prospect through minor league baseball this year with Will Myers, working in Kansas City's organization. I've met Alfonso Soriano from the Cubs. All those guys coming down for rehab. And also on the front office side, meeting the president of the Pacific Coast League, which is Branch Rickey III. So he's a legend in baseball, and meeting these people is always a fun aspect of your job. But yes, you are right. There's a lot of things that people don't notice, and it's a lot of disgusting things that you have to get into sometimes. So.
Well, today you had a nice captive audience of students that are trying to get into the world of sports. What advice do you have to them?
Just keep yourself available. Make sure that your name is out there. Make sure you're doing everything in your power to get your name to the workplace. And like I was telling one of the students here, just be enthusiastic about what you do. That's all you can really say, is because as long as you're showing passion for what's going on, then that's what you show to the other people. So.
Well, Brett, we really appreciate it. Thanks for coming back and spreading the good word.
Well, thank you.
All right, that's Brett Myers, Director of Ballpark Operations for the Omaha Storm Chasers here at Tiffin University.